challenge all of them. I look at him as a thinker. I really respect him for that. He's challenged KBS. He has also challenged the black supremacy movement as well. And I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand and will not stand, and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
Bro, this is genius. Like, I don't just say stuff just to be saying. Like, I swear to God, bro, you are really on something to come up with this. I don't know how you came up with this, but this is... How did you come up with that?
Throughout the history of the United States, the construct of racism was created specifically to oppress black people, to try to suppress our determination to achieve liberation. Like Angela Davis said, it's built into the system.
Nowadays I can't believe what's going on in front of me. I don't want to watch TV and find another casualty. I don't want to read the news. My heart's already black and blue. I'm putting on my combat boots, 'cause I got an attitude. We're like soldiers forced to fight a war. What the hell? I can't take it anymore. 'Cause for so long we've been patient, now we're done. And don't you even ask me, when did I become such an angry black woman?
We can't successfully put an end to racial discrimination until we change the entire system.
We've been trying to keep the peace 50 years since Martin King. Some don't like me for who I am, but I love my melanin. Another future college grad sleeping in a body bag. Mother screaming out her lungs, she never gonna see her son. We're like soldiers forced to fight a war. What the hell? I can't take it anymore. 'Cause for so long we've been patient, now we're done. And don't you even ask me, when did I become such an angry black woman? We're like soldiers forced to fight a war. What the hell? I can't take it anymore. 'Cause for so long we've been patient, now we're done. So don't you even ask me, when did I become such an angry black woman?
sisters. This is Tangy Cox, the Black Sheep, and I am propositioning you to entertain just a little of being in reality. And this is gonna hurt soul sisters and brothers because a lot of us cannot accept reality. I empower you to, for 1 year, to subscribe to the reality temple on earth. And at the end of 12 months, draw your conclusion of what have you learned in that amount of time. I empower you. You will never, ever, ever think, feel, or entertain nonsense ever again, period. I would like to see my soul sisters and brothers awaken. This requires time. Reality temple on earth is life-changing, and I stand on it.
Let's get this party started. Ride, ride, ride. Let's get this party started quickly.
But Charles Lowe talks about But Charles Lowe talks about the fact that if you really want black power, you should have gone into 6 states. Now, I'm not combining this with what you have to like as it relates to those states. And so when you look at the idea of returning back to Louisiana, as far north as Maryland, Alabama, the Carolinas, there's a lot of black folk. Mississippi is the largest state of black folk. More black folk in Mississippi than any other state in the 50s. And so if we were to do that and go to our own, become our own senators, we would up the amount of black senators immediately, Congress people immediately. We would up, and by the way, when you run in the state, when you run in certain things, you don't have to ask nobody for reparations. They give you reparations. Something you can do. This is doable. And if you're up north, and if you work as a, let's say you work as a custodial engineer, let's say you work in an office building, let's say you, well, why not go down south? Get the job down there. And then to create the safe havens for our people and for our children. And so what I'm looking at, maybe not in my lifetime, but I will begin the process of thinking on that level. And
peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition, spontaneous edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the Mighty. So, I apologize, this beyond my control, and it might cut us off. Do this and get out of here as quickly as possible before it really gets bad. It is always an honor that you would give us a few minutes of your time and allow us to bring our message to you. Whether you agree or disagree, but it is an honor, it is a privilege that you would allow us to talk to you. Thank you so much. I hope that your Labor Day has been going very well and you enjoy yourself and everything has been sort of peaceful. Being able to take advantage of the company of relatives and friends and just have a decent time. As you know, in this misery and despair by human hands can happen in the blink of an eye. We were smiling just 5 minutes ago. Now there's tears because we have to bury somebody this week. This is the scriptures say that we walk in the valley of the shadow of death. But we do fear evil. If we did not fear evil, we would not cry. We would not pray to the God. If we did not fear evil, we would not call the police. If we did not fear evil, We will not lock our car or our homes or carry knives and these weapons. This is because we fear what is in this valley. I am here to bring us peace. I have no intent to threaten nobody or to break anybody's peace. I would hope that I would be one of those who bring peace and maintain peace, not for a few minutes, but for generations to the best of our ability, as we are warriors against the peace breakers. Welcome again to this spontaneous broadcast. We are simulcasting on Angelsnupnup7 YouTube channel, Reality's Temple on Earth YouTube channel, and also our Facebook, Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook page and its affiliates. We're speaking on a topic, but also anyone who would want to come and join us and bring a message on this Labor Day of 2024, you're welcome to come here tonight and kick it with Angelsnupnup7 and this ministry that I call the Reality's Temple on Earth. I want to send a shout out to our brother Denzel Rogers. Shout out to brother Denzel, my soul brother Denzel, who a few weeks ago made it possible that we would be able to talk to our brother Pharaoh, said that, and bring that message to his audience. However, mysteriously, our conversation with Pharaoh, said that, was deleted from his channel. I'm not going to question that. I'm just happy that we had an opportunity to more people, because that is what that the people that I'm talking to, they really cannot comprehend. They really don't understand, because they are victims of the second death. Now, we all would agree about the original first death. We would agree. Being under the white man, being under this European, his Christianity, his way of life, and his brainwashing to cause us to hate our own dark-skinned selves, most of us will agree with that. Unfortunately, and see, that was European does to soul brothers and sisters, the black man in America, the descendants of slaves, the freemen, foundation of black America, however you want to call us. This brainwashing, this deception with his religion and his politics, this is done on purpose. Many of us would agree with that. However, what we won't agree with, and again, I put the emphasis, that was done on purpose. Now, what was not done on purpose, but it has caused the same type of situation, is something that we call black scholarship, something that we call black conscience, black power teachings. It is the second death. It is the second death. We think it's the awakening. we think that it is something that caused the dead to be risen from the grave. We think it's better than the situation that we're coming from. But it's not my fault. Time has shown that it has not risen you from the grave. You're still in the grave. You talk about separation. You're still here with the enemy. You ain't separated nowhere. Some of us try to make mockery of our other brothers and sisters. We call them names. Oh, they are the lost found. They sleep. I'm awakened. But you right here with them. Your situation is no different than them. You're doing nothing special than what they're doing. In fact, many of them will throw their money, their houses, their status in this society in your face. Tell your black conscience to my knowledge, Jay-Z and Beyonce has nothing to do with black conscious teaching. It didn't help them make millions and billions of dollars. Oprah Winfrey don't care nothing about it. Bob Johnson don't care nothing about the new Black Panther Party teaching and the Moore Science Temple. Where your billionaires? Where your millionaires? Where's your state? What you got? You talking about, here's somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson been talking about a school for the last 14 going on 20 years. Ain't built nothing. The black power, we got the supreme wisdom and blah, blah, blah. That's not Angelsnupnup7 fault. You are a victim of the second death. But it's not your fault. You use the same identity, the same terminology as the racist, black. And you talk like them, black. You obsessed with the black and the African. The same way as the white man is the white and the European. Is because this second death is nothing but a version of the first death. And you can't go nowhere. You can't produce nothing except the same thing that you was doing with the white man. You talk big, pretty speeches, but you can't produce nothing like you wasn't able to produce nothing in the first death. Because you have the same mentality. You're selfish, you're arrogant, you're not a team player, you're never going to get nowhere. And so, this vision called Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, it's good that you reject it. I'm going to say that again. I'm glad that you do reject it. Because the only thing you would do is tear it up and mess it up. Like you've done everything else for the last 100 years. You don't know what the hell that you're doing. When they kill your leader, you're done. Malcolm died, you're done. His organization, nobody could keep going. It's over. Elijah Muhammad died, it's over. Marcus Garvey get deported, it's over. Marcus Garvey had, what, 2-3 million people or whatever. But when he get deported, it's over. The UNIA is over. What does that tell us? You still have a slave mentality. You need a massa. You need to follow somebody. You need to serve somebody. You have no mind of your own to carry yourself. So you still on the slave plantation, except now it's a black plantation. But you think you're doing better. How are you doing better? The only difference is now you getting your what the one brother Talib was saying, butter beans and biscuits. You getting your butter beans and biscuits from a black slave master. Matter of fact, you ain't even getting that. Why should these black folks follow all this blackity black power, black conscious stuff, and they can't give you nothing? You can't give them nothing. On Instagram, I follow a lot of our celebrities. They have all these parties and whatever. They show off, and when you do come, you come as a beggar. Will you donate to my school? Will you donate? You're a beggar. So what makes you so special? I need donations. And then when people look up, what have they done with these donations? We ain't built nothing. We ain't produced nothing. Steady. Will you cash out me? Will you donate? What? You don't even have a bubble gum machine. That's not Angelsnupnup7 fault. So I sent a shout out to our brother Denzel Rogers, because every little bit helps. Whether people act on it or don't make no difference. Just like your religion, my job is just to tell you. My job is not to convert you. My job is just to simply bring a message. If you do, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool. You can't say that you didn't hear. Because over the years, many, whether you like it or not, thousands of folks have heard this message from the realityist temple on earth. That's on you. You can't say that you didn't know. Now, and so Brother Denzel brings to me a video from our brother. I always knew him as Dr. Phil Valentine. I think that's the same person. Now he's Kaba Kamini, something I can't pronounce it. I always knew him as Dr. Phil Valentine. And in this video, I played the excerpt. Dr. Phil Valentine, Brother Kaba, he is talking about, and if you listen to him, it almost sounds like he's talking about the Mississippi campaign. But his reference is to a brother named Charles Blow that wrote a book, The Devil May Know, or something like that. I forgot what the name of the book's, The Devil something. Remember, we talked about it a few years ago. Because Charles Blow in his book talking about black people moving back south. And of course, you cannot talk about the South without mentioning the state of Mississippi. It's always been a key player in the South, the state of Mississippi. But Charles Blow, we didn't hear nothing about that from Charles Blow, who is more famous, who probably more people probably know more than Angelsnupnup7. But Charles Blow didn't say nothing about it until what, 2021, 22 or something like that, a few years ago. We introduced the Mississippi campaign, I believe it was February of 2018. So now we have Charles Blow talking about moving to the South. We have Brother Mississippi. So I guess they would be more credible to introduce the Mississippi campaign in 2018. Not only did we introduce the Mississippi campaign saying the same thing, but we're telling you, we're suggesting to us how we can get that job done. Charles Blow said that's what we need to do, but he did not tell us how to do that. Brother Kaba did not offer a suggestion. How do we get this done? We introduced this and you, but see, that's all gravy, because it helps me to stay strong and continue to do what I do, because I know that this is, as they say in Islam, I know I'm on the right path. This is the way to go. Because their talk is Johnny come lately. We've been talking since 2018. And sooner or later, all these folks going to recognize that this vision called the Mississippi Campaign is the best way to go. And we talked to our brother, Pharaoh said that, and he told us, where did this come from? How you get that? Then I told him, I'm trying to be humble myself, and I'm like, well, you know, we all the same. We all come from the same place. He said, no, you're different. He said, this is his words, not mine. I'm paraphrasing, but he said, this, and if you can get this going, get this off, you will be greater than Malcolm, greater than Elijah, greater than all of them. But this is what they want. But I stand on their shoulders. They couldn't do it, but we can do it. If we come up out of the second death, but you think that you are alive. How are you alive and you're doing no better than the person that you make in mockery? Oh, that's a lost found. That person is. A lot of these brothers and sisters that sleep, living and doing better than you are. And when they come, and if they come to your meetings, you begging them for $1. Like a bum. But you're supposed to have supreme wisdom. You're supposed to know better. They don't know better. And they come to your meeting, will you cash out me? You smarter than them, but you begging them for $1, you damn bum. Oh, you sleep. You are lost found, but you begging them for $1. I'm helping the black people. There's no black people running around asking for your damn help. Nobody. Because I know I never did. I never asked nobody for no help. Will you help me do this? I'm doing this for my people. Now, Dr. King was different. The people actually went to Dr. King. Brother, we need your help. Will you be the spokesman? They asked Dr. King, could you help us? But the majority of these folks, ain't nobody ask you for your damn help. And then you turn around, all that you want to do is use them. Follow me. Be my slave. Dr. King didn't do that. Dr. King stood on, I am here to fight injustice. I'm not here to bring you to church. You want to bring them to the mosque. You want to bring them to your places of worship. You light in the moor. Dr. King didn't do that. Dr. King, I'm fighting for our rights. I'm not fighting so that you can be a Christian. And then Dr. King would go to church and he would bring his message to the church. But he is not known for that. He is known to be an activist, a civil rights leader, a fighter. You want to bring the people to church and convert them to their new slave plantation. but you better. Always begging for cash out. Always begging for $1. You're worse than a bum with your cup out. But you better and smarter than somebody. Give to me. Donate to me. And if we do, then we expect to see what we buying. What are we donating to? Most of you produce nothing except a big mouth. And then when I talk about it, you get angry at me. No, you need to get angry at yourself because you're a liar. You're incompetent. Your intentions might be good. We can't live, nobody can live on intention. You got to pay the bills. I was intending to pay the electric bill. I was intending to pay the electric bill. The electric company don't want to hear that. What you was intending to do. The bill got to get paid. Nobody can strive. Nobody can move. Nobody can progress on good intentions. You got to produce. And if you cannot produce, then you need to help somebody. Like somebody help your ass. So we can get the job done. So that we can keep the lights. So that we can keep the lights. So that we can keep the lights on. So that brother, so all this just makes me stronger. It makes me to know that what I'm bringing is the right stuff. I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm not insane. I know it's not a pipe dream, all this other nonsense. I'm dealing with people that's still a slave on a plantation. I'm free. You need to follow somebody. You need to teach him. Take control of a state. A slave cannot even control a neighborhood. And you don't do that either because you're a slave. Some of these organizations, y'all so big, you should be able to control a neighborhood or a town. They don't control nothing. Always begging. Can I have $1 for a newspaper? Buy a newspaper, buy some candles. You know, you got your hustle on. You got to put on your hustle because you cannot build a factory so that you can hire people so they don't have to be on a damn street hustling, begging. You don't see a lot of Caucasians doing that because their people have built factories and places of employment so their people don't have to be on the damn streets unless they want to. You take in millions of dollars, talk about the Christian church. You take in this black power stuff, you take in millions of dollars just like the Christian church do. But it's all right for you to take the money and produce nothing. And then you're going to talk about what the preachers and the pastors do. Most of these black power folk trying to live high on the hog. I live in my mansion and they got your swimming pool. Off the backs of the poor. The sincere that really want to change and you exploit them for your own self-enrichment. But the slave don't know any better because he caught up in the pretty talk. One day, like damn, y'all the most patient people ever. But you wouldn't do that to me. Somebody give me 50 cents. What Angelsnupnup7 did with that 50 cents? That's the way you would do me. But you done gave all these organizations, all these other suckers, thousands of men, every day. from 2014 to 2024, what all these millions of dollars and thousands of dollars you done gave to these people, what do you have to show for it? Nothing. But the people lost. They the lost found. I'm awake. They did. And you don't understand me because I was able to break up out of the second death. It took 40 years, I believe. It was about 35, 40 years. But I was able to break the shackles of the second death, which is in a lot of cases worse than the first death. Because you think that you are alive. You think that you intelligent. You think that you God. You really out there. So Brother Pharaoh said that in the conversation, said, you're not like everybody. Now I don't get into those things, but clearly some people are giving gifts others cannot do. Everybody in the NBA is not a LeBron James. Everybody in the NBA is not a Kobe Bryant. Everybody in the NBA is not a Jason Statham. Everybody's not that. Everybody in college don't have straight A's. That's just life. I might be able to do something, but you can do it better than me. Everybody has their gift. They saw the gift in Dr. King. Dr. King, will you help us do this? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad saw the gift in Malcolm. I'm going to make you the representative of my organization. You're a bad man. I remember when I was locked up, they told me, out of 100 years, this is what they told me: we've never had nobody like you. Out of the 100 years that we've been in existence here. So they want to try to find out what make you tick. They did not say that to me when I was a Muslim, because when I first got locked up, I was a Muslim. I was still, all praises due to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I was calling the white man the devil in his face. Those people there, I said, y'all devil. White man's the devil. I see why Elijah Muhammad called y'all devil. You know, I'm talking stuff. I'm quoting the scriptures. And the only thing they did was look at me. Here go. They did not start respecting me. Transformation. Then I start getting respect. You gonna get out of here. And there's nothing that they can do. Instead of using somebody else's brain, now I'm going to turn and use my own. No more quoting the Quran. No more quoting the Bible or what Elijah Muhammad said. No, I'm going to go into myself and I'm going to use my brain, my talents, and I'm going to get out of here. And the clients, the people that was there, I told them, just back me up. I can make things better for us. All of us in here. Whether you're black, gay, white, female, male, it don't make no difference. If y'all back me up, I'm going to make it better for us. That's all you got to do. Just back me up. I will take the majority of the heat. But y'all need to back me up because I can't do this by myself. And they said, that those people that's supposed to be mentally insane, they ain't gonna do nothing. That's what they said. I remember Elijah Muhammad was talking when he was in prison, and Elijah Muhammad said that you're not gonna get those black folks, those Negroes to do nothing for you. It's like trying to put a pants legs on an elephant. And Elijah Muhammad told them, I already have one pants leg on the elephant. Those people supposed to be insane. They backed me up. And those folks were shocked. And they had to change the way they did things. And of course, you know what they done. They packed my bags and moved me to another facility. See, that's what they do. That's their way of assassinate the leader. And there was nobody like me that could keep things going. So they knew, assassinate me, remove me from among them, then once I'm gone, they can put things right back to the way it was. So by the time I came back, everything was almost like the way that it was. That's why they assassinate the leader. Because they assassinate the leader and the body falls. And this is a serious problem with brother, or the leader dies and it's over. All of us are human. I could die on live stream. When it's time for you to die, it's time. You have people who have died while they doing the doo-doo. Bang, 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 bang. And the woman can die and the man die. You know, you doing your thing. Hey, what's... And the person that died on you while y'all making love. Death don't care what you doing. When it's time for you to die, you could be on the toilet. What? Elvis Presley died on the toilet stool. I want to follow that dream wherever that dream may lead. He died on the toilet. Prince was in the elevator and dropped on the dead. When it's time for you to die, death don't care. Consider yourself lucky and blessed if you're able to die in a bed and comfortable or whatever. Like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was in a bed, lying comfortably and went out. People die from people die running from the police, have a heart attack, drop on the ground. The police know they ain't do nothing. When it's time for you to die, I know y'all don't like to hear it, don't like people talk about you're gonna die. But when it's time for us to die, death do not care. That's why they assassinate people. They deported Marcus Garvey and all those 3 million people that was part of the UNIA. It all went to hell. And these new UNIA don't know what the hell they doing at all. Because if they knew what they was doing, they could at least duplicate what Marcus Garvey done. They cannot even duplicate what Marcus Garvey done. Plus, it's about timing. That was a different time. Nobody want to hear all that Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass. They don't even want to hear about the black struggle no more. Most of these brothers and sisters. This is what y'all don't understand. What you gonna tell somebody when they living the good life in the white man's world? You can't tell them nothing. Snoop Dogg talk all that crap, but he ain't letting go of his millions of dollars and put it in the struggle. He's not giving the Nation of Islam millions of dollars. He ain't gonna give up his lifestyle. The hell with Farrakhan. All these celebrities hanging around for, they're not giving him no money like that. Give him a few dollars. And they praise him or whatever. They're not going to give up their picture, but they know the reality. This man ain't producing nothing. He ain't producing nothing. That's not my fault. So you kill the leader and the head falls. Welcome to a new viewer I never seen before. IMGA forever. Thank you for joining us. We're not going to be here that long. I just want to make my point and get out of here. Thank you for joining us. IMGA forever. Thank you so much. So there's nothing special about me. I'm not divine, but because of my experience, I have developed something that can help us get out of this once and for all. This is what you have to understand. It was not meant for Elijah. It was not meant for Malcolm. It was not meant for Farrakhan. It was meant for me. And some of you are religious because your God wants you out of this situation. You really don't believe your religion, because if you did, in the religion, it says, my sheep knows my voice. So it don't make no difference what the vessel is. When God get to talking, you should be able to hear the voice of God. But you tripping on, you ain't no Muslim. You ain't this. You not no African. But God is talking through me. And you should recognize. And since you can't recognize God, God is not going to bless you. That's why your ass is begging folks for a cash out. That's why you're a damn bum. God keeping you a bum. Because you're not worthy of the blessing. And that's not my fault. So I will accept what I have been given. And if you want me to help you, I will. If you don't, that's cool. That's your loss. That's on you. Because you don't recognize God in reality. When God is tangible. When God is of substance, you don't recognize. Because you're still a slave. You're a slave to somebody. You even slave to dead people. I'm a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. How you gonna follow Elijah Muhammad? He's not here. I follow Malcolm. How you gonna follow Malcolm? He's not here. We trying to follow dead folks. We trying to follow and serve somebody. But we don't have faith in ourselves. You won't follow yourself. All this spirituality none of you have grown at all, period. Fantasy and fiction. Feel good stuff. So those of you who are not drug addicts on religion and scholarship, then you turn to drugs and alcohol and pornography and all the other beautiful things that the white man offer you in this civilization. I'm going to keep doing what I do. And the only thing you can do is sit back in the cut and look like a damn fool, because little by little, the only thing they're going to do is bear witness to what I've been saying, because your God backed me up. It's incredible. And the reason why the God backed me up is because your ass have failed. know what you're doing. If the leader falls, the movement continues. You giving Dr. Umar, I don't want to pick on Dr. Umar Johnson, but you giving Dr. Umar Johnson thousands of dollars. But if he died, that's the end. Who's gonna keep it up? Who's gonna build the school? It's over. It was just something for y'all to do to feel good. We gonna open up a African school for boys. Umar Johnson died last night for some reason. He had a heart attack. Well, that's the end. Oh, what we gonna do now? What we don't do now? We are supposed to be smarter than this, brothers and sisters. There's another face I haven't seen before. Lyman McLean. I hope I pronounced that right. Says, hey, you're right and exact. We should not follow people who are dead now. But it's so sad that people do not see it that way. I didn't say that. Lyman said that. He said, it's sad that people don't see it that way. We should not be following dead folks. This is not to say that we're not inspired. This is not to say that what they did wasn't good. That's over. We should learn from their success. We should learn from their failures. This is your time, not their time. They passed the baton to us. It's time for you to take the baton and run. You hold on to the baton. So in the Olympics, you will be disqualified. Because in the Olympics, when you're running, it has to be a clean pass. You holding on. Elijah, Malcolm, Fannie Lou Hamer, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman. You don't want to let the baton go. Disqualified. That's why you cannot enjoy the benefits from an Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. You don't deserve it. You don't qualify. So it don't make me upset because some idiots choose to try to make market. That don't make me upset because I'm looking at you. You don't qualify. You're not on my level. You don't qualify. You're a slave on the plantation. And if any of you come and challenge this, you're going to go down in flames like we have seen many times. You best better just shut your mouth and leave me alone. Because like MC Hammer said, hey, you can't touch this. So I'm talking about, my topic is Angelsnupnup7 is what Louis Farrakhan should have become. No, not really. The reality is Louis Farrakhan became what he should have been. It was not meant for Louis Farrakhan. But had Farrakhan done things differently, maybe he could have became, or he should have been like me. Whether you like it or not, I am what we need to be like in this day and time. Whether you like it or not, you should be like me. Not a zombie, a self-thinker. We should come up out of that second death. And instead of being hooked upon trying to follow dead folks, you need to concentrate on, okay, if our leader dies, or if our leader go to jail, or whatever, what are we going to do? We got to keep pushing. So everybody got to be leaders, even the children. Matter of fact, if you show the children, they'll keep you on track. They'll say, mama, dad, that ain't how. Right, son. You right, daughter. The children should know. If all the adults died off, the children should be able to, this is what they taught us, to get to the promised land. Put on your armor, let's go. The children should know. And the only way you can stop us, you got to wipe all of us out. Because all of us are leaders. Now, some people, of course, will be able to lead better than others, but we all leaders, and we all going to go to the same place. We know what to do. If we all know how to fix a car, you might be able to do it faster and better than me, but I still know how to fix a car. I'm going to get the job done because I know how to fix a car too. But if only one person knows how to fix the car, you kill him, take him to jail, the car gonna sit there on block because nobody don't know how to fix the car. Y'all not stupid. You just caught up in this loyalty, this slave mentality. You gotta be loyal and serve some damn body. You better get out of that. And you don't value your own brain. You have a brain. You have 10 fingers, 10 toes, just like these other people. Why you think they so better than you are? Especially a dead person. How is somebody dead better than somebody alive? The person that's in the... Look, the last 2 weeks or so, I spent in the cemetery. None of them better than me. None of them. We went to the cemetery, put flowers on the grave, and then we went out to dinner. None of them suckers came out the grave and went to dinner. They can't do what I can do. They had their time, just like you're going to have your time. But what kind of legacy are you going to leave? Another slave-ass legacy? Is that what you're going to leave? Begging, donate to my cash app. Donate, give me a bunch of supreme wisdom bums. That's all. You need to concentrate on yourself. So, he always talk about Minister Farrakhan. They always talk about the Nation of Islam. That's getting old, blah, blah, blah. He jealous of Minister Farrakhan. He hate the Nation of Islam. He just, same old stuff, every redundant crap. Which is a lie. Because I want all of us to win. I'm not like you. Because no matter what I've brought people that don't think like me. And they can come to my platform and talk. You're not going to do that because you don't want somebody to outshine you or look smarter than you. That's what it's all about. We're jealous and we're envious. Because your goal and your purpose really is not what is in the best interest of our people, the masses. Your goal and your purpose is really for yourself. You want praise, you want money, you want booty for yourself. You're not really interested. You want somebody to follow you. Follow you where? I'm the leader. Lead me where? From 2014 to 2024, you follow these people. Where have they follow you? Led you to what? Nothing but feel-good dreams. Yashawa gonna come and get us. We're gonna put all the white people in slavery. What you gonna put the white people in slavery for? What's the purpose? when Europeans put dark-skinned people in slavery, it was for the labor so they can get rich. For the labor, cheap labor. Nothing personal. It really wasn't. It was economics. And they used religion, they used hate, they used science, whatever it took, so the people would support it so they can make money. Nothing personal, I'm just trying to make money. So you want to put the white folks in slavery for what? Just for the hell of it? So that would mean you actually worse than they are. Because they had a purpose. Their purpose, I need to make money. Free labor, cheap labor. That was the purpose of it all. And of course, rape and other wicked things happen. But they do that to animals. We was animals. There's people that do the same thing to animals. They raise animals, they abuse them, neglect them, they rape. And then another thing, these aren't the white folks that done it. These aren't the ones that done it. The ones that actually done it is gone. Most of them. And some of these suckers, you know you don't do a damn thing to them anyway. What's his name? The guy that shot Trayvon Martin, he's still walking around. The guy that shot Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, he walking around. You ain't gonna do nothing anyway. This Hebrew Israelite teaching. Okay, so you're gonna put the white folks back in slavery. You think that they're gonna react and do how we done? It's not gonna happen. They'll be fighting your ass every damn day. They're not like us. It'll be a whole different ball game. And how you gonna get them on the slave plantation? Oh, this mystery God is just gonna come with his power. Okay, white people, it's time for you to go on the slave plantation. Oh, that's so silly, cartoon stuff. I don't even want to talk about that. That's silly cartoon stuff. It's too silly. I'm thinking about it. This God, I guess he's supposed to come out the air. Okay, I'm God. I'm Yahshua, or whatever the Hebrew, Yahweh, or whatever it's got. Okay, white people, he gonna take his giant hands, I guess, grab all the white people. Okay, you guys on slavery. Okay, you Israelites, y'all can be slave master now. If we are holy and righteous by nature, that's what y'all say, that we are holy and righteous by nature, how will we be able to do something like that anyway? The whole thing don't make any sense to me. I don't even want to talk about it. It's dumbass. It don't even make any sense. Only to a slave trying to feel good about his condition, about himself, about him or herself. Let me go ahead and get through this and get out of here, y'all. Look. So many people will get angry at me because of this title. But the reality is, if there was no Louis Farrakhan, if Louis Farrakhan did not do what he done to you right now, it was his example, position to begin my evolution into this. Without him, I don't know where I would have been. Louis Farrakhan was the strongest voice in the late 70s and early 80s. The Louis Farrakhan that we have been seeing in recent years was not the Louis Farrakhan of the early 80s. Anybody that was there would tell you. Farrakhan was a bad boy. Farrakhan for real fired you up in the early 80s. Louis Farrakhan is the reason why all this comedic And even the Israelite, that's why anybody's even interested in all this stuff. Because prior to Louis Farrakhan, all of it was basically dead and gone. Not to say it didn't exist, nobody didn't give a damn about it no more. It was Louis Farrakhan that, because of what he was doing, his work, that began to bring all this back up. Prior to Louis Farrakhan, the only black, so-called black leader they basically talked about was Jesse Jackson. And I know, because I've seen it for myself, because I was there, Louis Farrakhan used Jesse Jackson to get himself into the national spotlight. Because Farrakhan was just grassroots. Even though he was able to draw thousands of people to the meetings, he didn't really kick off until he joined Jesse Jackson, and Jesse Jackson went for the presidency. And he was able to get into the national spotlight. Farrakhan used Jesse Jackson. That's what happened. And anybody was there would tell you, if they tell the truth. If Farrakhan did not align himself with Jesse Jackson, he wouldn't have been in the national spotlight. Because Jesse was considered a national leader. Farrakhan was not a national nothing. He just left Wardin Muhammad. He was starting from scratch. He didn't have nothing. A lot of you never even met Farrakhan. I was in Farrakhan's house. I met Farrakhan when he was driving broken down cars. When he was wearing the same suits every day. I was with Farrakhan when Farrakhan was talking to 30 people in the room or less. I was with Farrakhan when he had nothing. You start to believe your own hype. Let's talk about this real quick. Why did Elijah Muhammad like Malcolm X? We talked about this already. Elijah Muhammad liked Malcolm X because Malcolm was self-motivated. He stayed within the teachings, but he did not depend on Elijah Muhammad to tell him this and tell him how to move. He was self-motivated. I myself, I have about a little over 10 years food service experience. I used to be manager and assistant manager. And I love those employees. Once you put them in their position and teach them whatever they need to do, they are self-motivated. You don't have to supervise them. They just come in, they know what to do, take care of business, and it's all good. I hate those people. I got to do my job, but I have to run around. I got to supervise. Because folks don't know what they're doing or they're trying to get over. So you got to supervise them. So that's what Elijah Muhammad liked about Malcolm. He liked that about Malcolm so much. I want you to represent my organization. So Malcolm became the first representative of the Nation of Islam. He didn't ask for a position. Malcolm did not ask, can I be the representative? It was given to him. Because he concentrated on himself. He was self-motivated. So here we are, years later, 10 years later after Malcolm died, 15 years later rather, something like that. Now, Louis Farrakhan is telling people, I want to bring back the Nation of Islam the way that it was. And people was fired up. Oh yeah, I want to be part of that. I want the Nation of Islam to come back. This is the problem that we have with personality and our leaders. No. But many of you look at Louis Farrakhan and Elijah Muhammad and Kwame Ture, whoever your leader, whoever you loyal to, you look at them as perfect. The people in the church. Hey April, how you doing? Shout out to April in the chat room. We look at everybody as perfect. Nobody is perfect. And we talked about that on our last live stream, I think it was. About imperfection. Nobody is. And the person that get caught up, who believe they are perfect, believe their own hype, they have a rude awakening. Actually, you do yourself a disservice when you start believing in your own hype, thinking that you are more than what you actually are. You hurt yourself and you hurt the people who think that you're perfect, because you're not. Now, I consider myself, not now, back in the day, I considered myself an incredible basketball player. I always tell you, my audience, I always tell them about my basketball days. I wish I had some tapes or some kind of, I would like to see that myself. Maybe somebody who know me that actually played with me, they would tell you. I was a bad guy. Fast. I was compared to Spud Webb. I was compared to Jordan. People was telling me, you should be in the NBA. I was whooping these folks up, for real. But I want to make this point. Okay, I'm able to play basketball well. Okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing my thizzy, right? Okay? And some of you brothers that you play ball or whatever, some of us we like to talk crap to each other. Throw a person off their game. I like to see people do that, because I know it's been done to me. Somebody whispering, they talking to you. You even see people when Jordan and some of these other players, you can hear them talking crap to each other on the court. You ain't gonna do that to me, you're talking smack. Throw people off their game. Now, it threw my game off. It didn't help me at all. It actually threw my game off. I wasn't able to score off. So I'm saying this to use it as an example as I talk about Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan is a great man. I do not take nothing away from Minister Farrakhan. What I see and what has happened is he began to believe his own hype. So it began to take away from him his own self. So he began, instead of trying to be Louis Farrakhan, I want to be Elijah Muhammad. I'm sitting in the seat of Elijah. He would say that all the time. I'm sitting in the seat of Elijah Muhammad, because Elijah Muhammad is not here. I sit in the seat of Elijah Muhammad. So if you want to sit in the seat of somebody, then you deny your own self-development. And now you depend on, what can I do to be like Elijah Muhammad? What can I do to be like Michael Jordan? Me, myself, I could not be like Michael Jordan if I wanted to. I'm too short. I could not be like Michael Jordan. But it was things that Michael Jordan did that I did try to imitate. I like some of the things that Michael Jordan was doing. Michael Jordan has some real big hands. So he could grab that ball, you know, put it on the opponent's head and put it behind his back. My hands are too small. But what I learned how to do, I just used strength to smash the ball a little bit so I could get that grip. And I was able to do the same thing, you know, put the ball on top of somebody's head, you know, put it behind my back. I was able to do stuff like that. But I didn't want to beat Michael Jordan because I couldn't. I knew that I couldn't be nothing like Michael Jordan. But Louis Farrakhan made a mistake because he wanted to be Elijah Muhammad instead of Louis Farrakhan. So when you're trying to be somebody else, you deny your own gifts. That could be greater than Elijah Muhammad because Elijah Muhammad is gone. He can't do nothing no more. If you copy Elijah Muhammad, that means you're not going to be able to accomplish and go beyond him because you stuck. You stuck in 1975. So when you see all these brothers and sisters that follow Louis Farrakhan, they stuck in 1975. Can't go no further because they don't know what to do. They can only do what they think Elijah Muhammad was going to do. So they stuck in 1975. The people that's obsessed with Malcolm X, they stuck in 1965. Malcolm said, go to the United Nations. And you can go to the United Nations. What is it supposed to do? So they stuck in 1965. They don't like Angelsnupnup7 because I am representing 2024 where you should be. Where you should be. How you doing that? Our dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strover's in the building. Thank you, Sister Rashida, for dropping by. And subscribe to our Sister Rashida. And let's support our that brother. I was watching that Black Power video that you put up. And check our sister out. It hurts nobody to listen to somebody. You don't have to listen to them every day. You don't have to go through all that. Let's listen to each other. What's wrong with that? Yeah, let me put that on the board. Our brother Chairman, how do you say that? O'Malley, something like that. I put there. Let's support the efforts if we can and learn about the struggle that our brother in Florida is going through. So I'm going to keep that on the board for a second, so make sure that you are able to, just check it out. Just learn about things. You don't have to be no cheerleader or nothing like that. Let's just learn about some things. She said he goes on trial tomorrow. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna keep us updated on your channel. Gonna get going. They're going for him today. It could be you tomorrow. But we don't care. And see, the thing about the Mississippi campaign is, had we implemented, had we taken control of a state years ago, that brother would have the state of Mississippi with him, backing him up. But we don't have, look, we always talking that African stuff. Ain't no African nation doing nothing for us. We just go to jail. No African nation, when you go to jail, we talk all this African stuff. There's no African nation, when you go to jail, they're not going to send you no Roman noodles, no fufu, you know, none of that African food. Folks just going to sit in the cut and like, damn, look what happened to him. So you want me to be an African or whatever? For what? They're not going to help you. They don't give nothing. Are they going to protest? Is an African nation going to boycott America because you went to prison? They're not going to do nothing. So why should I get all hyped up? Oh, I'm an African. I'm an Israelite. Yeah, your Israelite Muslim ass go to prison and you stuck. Ain't nobody going to do a damn thing for you. I was in the Nation of Islam for 9 years. Nobody gave me a pack of Roman noodles. Nobody brought me a bean pie. Nobody did a damn thing for me. But as soon as I got out and they saw me on the street, you want to buy a final call? You want to buy? Get the hell out of my face. Get the hell out of my face. I don't want nothing to do with you. When I was locked up, I contacted the NAACP, the Urban League, all the black lawyers and the black yellow pages. They don't even respond. Then when I get out, how you doing, my brother? Get the hell out, I don't want to hear that stuff. We got brothers and sisters in prison and jail right now. We ain't doing a damn thing for them. We have freedom fighters from the 1960s still locked. Can stand up for our people in those situations as a state. You don't have to worry about it. Just support your state, and your state will take care of business for us. Make sure that. That's why it's important to take control of a state. It's more complex, take more effort, but in the long run, you get more out of it. You get benefits out of taking control of a state more than you could even imagine. More than you can imagine. What's our sister stuck in Cuba, Asada Shakur? We could bring her home so she can pass, so she can be with us before she's gone. She shouldn't have to be in no foreign country or foreign island. I don't care how good it is. She's supposed to be here with us. She fought for us. We should fight for her. When you get locked up, people don't give a damn about you. Shout out to Natural Tahuti. I don't know if Natural Tahuti is able to see this broadcast. When Natural Tahuti went to prison, nobody don't give a damn about him no more. And then the person, least likely you would think that would support Natural Tahuti, I'm the one still in contact, real contact with Natural Tahuti. When you go to jail, you don't have no money, nobody don't give a damn about you. What is it that Tariq Nasheed said? Oh, you a broke nigga. That's the problem with us. Ain't that the problem? That we broke, don't have nothing, and you gonna make mockery? I thought that was the problem of us in this country. Because we broke, we oppressed. Then you gonna turn around and make mockery of it. Yeah, Natural Tahuti got caught up in some type of drug thing, and they try to blame a death from somebody died from a drug overdose, and they saying that he gave the guy the drugs, and he got caught up in that stuff. Let me get out of here and wrap this up, because on my other because the power is going low on my phone. So let me say this real quick. To make a long story short, Louis Farrakhan made a mistake. Instead of concentrating on who he was, he tried to be like Elijah Muhammad. And his next mistake was trying to put down Malcolm to try to make himself look better than Malcolm. When he should have been concentrating on who Louis Farrakhan is and what Louis Farrakhan can bring. You don't have to try to be Elijah Muhammad. Malcolm is not here. You don't have to worry about Malcolm no more. Concentrate on yourself. So instead of Louis Farrakhan evolving and bringing to the table what Louis Farrakhan can bring, he denied who he was, the essence of his own originality, his own uniqueness, so you can be like somebody else. So that's why I became different, because I was following the same program. I would have just been a version of Elijah Muhammad or a version of Malcolm or whatever. That's all I would have been too. But because of my experience, because of what I went through, and I was not interested in trying to be loyal to nobody like that. I'm not a personality worshiper. I saw Elijah Muhammad as a grandfather figure. I did not see him like this divine, whatever, and oh, my dear apostle. I never saw him like that. He was just a person I thought wanted to help black people, and I wanted to get on board that train. So what you see in Angelsnupnup7 is my evolution through my experiences. I'm not trying to be like nobody else. This situation that we're in requires something that is new, something that is unique, something that's different. Those things aren't working anymore. So we need something new. You cannot bring anything new trying to be like Elijah Muhammad or people from the past, because they're gone. They have given us the baton. So when I tried to be hype, when I tried to be like Jordan, it didn't work. What worked for me was just being myself. Play the ball game the way I know how to do it, the way I evolve, the way I know how to do it. There was nothing wrong with it, because I was whooping them just like Michael Jordan was. Why do I have to be Michael Jordan? I wish I could have played Michael Jordan. Maybe one day I might have an opportunity to play Michael Jordan. His only advantage is he's tall. That's Mike. If Michael ever saw this video, Mike, the only advantage he got is he's taller than me. Both of us will be fat and out of shape. That'll be a pitiful game. So had Farrakhan concentrated on himself, it is in my belief, in fact, I could tell you I know, he would have been like me. Because I'm still following the evolution of the teaching. Because that's still me. It's still me, except now it's evolved. When you go to heaven, you don't need a Bible no more. When you go to heaven, you don't need a Quran no more. Those books are supposed to be roadmaps to guide you to get to the heaven, to get to the hereafter. But once you get there, you don't need them no more. I don't don't need that no more. You learn the map. All thing you have to do now is go. That's why I say Louis Farrakhan should be like what I am today. If he followed himself and experienced his own evolution instead of trying to be like somebody else. Trying to brag, I'm better than Malcolm. Who cares about all that? Just concentrate on yourself. Why are you in competition with somebody that's no longer here no more? That don't even make no sense. How can you be in competition with somebody that's in the grave? Malcolm can't compete with you no more. You got to. And what you have might be better, might be greater. What you have, your talent, could be what we need to bring all this to an end instead of this revolving door that never stops. Ring around the roses. We act like a dog chasing his tail. All that we do is go round and round. So that's what, but I truly feel we got the answer now. The right mindset is here, and the solution to the problem is here. Mississippi campaign, Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign is the solution. And little by little, whether people like it or not, folks are bearing witness. They are testifying. And you only hold yourself back because you don't like Angelsnupnup7. I'm just a messenger. You say that God, nothing comes into existence without God's approval. I'm approved by God. Apparently you don't believe that. There's nowhere in the Bible and the Quran, oh, he got the messenger or whoever, they got to be a Muslim. They got to be a God used whom? What do it say in your scripture? God used whom he pleases, even the white man. And that's the reason why I'm talking to you. Because I was able to look at them and they gave me the ideas and the mentality. They gave me the answers that I was looking for. Because God used whom he pleases. And who's supposed to be God? You said a black man is God. You lied to yourself. You don't really believe. You really don't believe. It's just something to say that sounds good. You really don't believe that. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, our power is getting real low on our other channel. We need to wrap it up. And I thank you so much. Thank you, Sister Rashida, for joining us. Also, IMGA Forever. And who else? April. Thank you coming by, April. We are simulcasting on here, Angelsnupnup7 YouTube channel, Reality's Tip on Earth YouTube channel, and Reality's Tip on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook, and our affiliates on Facebook. I thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, this evening rather, afternoon. Thank you so much. Again, I could be wrong. I could be in error. Anybody that want to come here and teach us, because I'm open to the teaching. I'm going to question you. I'm open to the teachings. You can come here. I'll be quiet. I will be quiet. Y'all seen it. I will be quiet and let you talk for an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Teach us. I don't have no problem with that. They do. I don't have no problem with that. Teach me. I want to learn because I want to be right. I want to be righteous. I want to be as right as possible. And if I'm wrong, help your brother. Ain't that right, Sister Rashida? If I'm wrong, help your brother. Don't keep all that to yourself. But you know, you don't get interrogated here. Folks don't like that word. But we do interrogations here. And whenever you try to interrogate somebody, you're looking for deceivers. You're looking for liars. Don't come here regurgitating. Because you know that's not going to fly here. I know the teachings of the Nation of Islam, and I know the basic stuff from a lot of this other stuff, Hebrew Israelites, the New Wahabians. I know some of the basic. So don't come here regurgitating crap. And whatever it don't make any sense, you're gonna get questioned. You need to be questioned. And a lot of you don't like questions. You just want somebody to take whatever you say on face value and run with it. We don't do that here. Come and question me, because the only thing you're gonna do is help me. I don't run from you. I don't run from nobody. What is that song, Whitney Houston? I run to you, woo-hoo, and when I run to you, woo-hoo, that's what I do. I run to you. I don't run away from you. I run to you. I run into the fire, not away from the fire, because I'm confident in mine. I know mine is strong. But you ain't gonna, a lot of folks not gonna come here because they know when they run into this fire, it's a lot of heat. They ain't gonna be able to deal with it. Even your best. That's why they stay away from it. They're not gonna come here either. You know, Louis Farrakhan not gonna talk to us. Rizza Islam, Brother Ben, Sarnetta, more Science TV, whatever he call himself, Tariq. Them folks don't want nothing to do with Angelsnupnup7. Because I'm fast moving, quick thinking, right down to the modern times, like I was taught in the Nation of Islam. The only difference is, what I have is way better than what you got. You can't comprehend. I'm a real freeman, and you are still a slave on a plantation. That's why you can't do nothing with me. I'm free. Let's get off the slave plantation together. Let's solve this problem once and for all. Let's do right by our brother that's having problems, our sister stuck in Cuba. Let's get our people out of damn prison and these jails. When you become a state, you can ask for that. Take care of our people. We're not criminals. We're just stuck. We're made criminal in this environment, in this situation we've been put in. Let's show the world who and what we really are. You think that we're bad now. Oh, whew. Man. We just don't understand ourselves. We talk it, but we really don't. You really can't comprehend your true potential because of the hell that we caught for the last 400 years. You really don't understand. You really don't know your potential. You talk it, but you really don't. Because if you really understood, you would have no problem with what we call the Mississippi Campaign. On that note, again, thank everybody for joining us this evening. Shout out to everyone, chat room, those in the air, those who will be listening to this broadcast at a later time. I thank you so much. And as our brother Don Cornelius used to always say, as in parting, we wish ya love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000.